Okay, so Philips Neo console, and I'm not going to show you, but yesterday the console wouldn't boot. Monitors will come on, nothing shows on the monitors, and that was the way it was yesterday morning. And for last night's service, they turned it on, got it to boot up, and it would boot up to the Philips logo and just hang there. I got them to hit escape on the keyboard, and it acted like it was wanting to go in the CMOS setup, and then hit escape again. It booted on up for them. So I've already troubleshooted, figured that the CMOS battery was what the problem was. So I'm just showing you how to change one. If you look on the back of the console right here is like it's a computer motherboard that's in this thing. So right here, and I know I'm on top, but you can see there's 2 screw holes, and there's these 2 studs here that help line it up. Some have 4 screws instead of 2 screws in the studs, but you can just get the screws out. This will slide out, and the CMOS battery goes right, see if I can get it to focus here, but right to the right of that black cylinder there, which is a little beeper speaker. Let me zoom in on it. That right there in the middle with the 2 pins, that's where the CMOS battery goes. I've already taken the battery out and going to solder it. It's just a lead on pins there, and it's a CR2032 battery. Came up with a new one. I'll show you that. So here's the disassembled battery. These leads used to be soldered on there. I've already taken them apart. So what I'm going to do is I've got this holder here, battery holder, holds a CR2032 battery. I've already put the battery in, but I'm going to solder the ends of this battery holder onto the ends, the old ends that would plug into that motherboard, and then we'll be as good as new. That holder come off of Amazon, like a couple of dollars maybe. So after a little shrink wrap and a little soldering, we have our new battery holder soldered onto the old harness. This battery holder also has an on and off switch, so be sure and turn it to the on position before you put it back in the unit. Okay, so as you see, there's the battery holder that I made, soldered on to the pigtail, the original pigtail for the CMOS battery, plugged in right there. And this is a church fixed install, so I'm going to put this battery holder in here in a crafty little way here, and then close this thing back up. Okay, slid the motherboard back in, and now we're going to fire up. And hopefully all will be well. Yeah, that's not good. All right, there is a procedure for what to do post battery changing if it doesn't come back up, so I'm gonna have to do that. I will leave a link to that in the comments. Okay, so per the document, the console, the motherboard's slid out, power's now on, and it says that we hit the reset button. That should make the fan start turning. So that's what we'll do, is hit this reset button here, and that is correct. The fan did start turning. Let's see if we get power on now. Get something on our screens. Yes. All right. I'll go back to the document and make sure, but I believe at this point we boot it up, shut it down, and then boot it up again to make sure all is well. Okay, so the instructions say to let it boot normal and then to shut it back down. Mine is stuck on the Philips screens, so I'm gonna hit the escape key on the keyboard here and see what happens. That would be nothing. Okay, mine kept booting into a loop, show the Philips screen, then go off. So I hit the escape key in the middle of it and got in the BIOS. Now, mine, I took screenshots of all the options. So I'm gonna fix the date and the time real quick and look through those options. Okay, so after I got in the BIOS and set the date and time, looked around and everything else looked right. So I just went to save and exit. And after I saved and exit, the console booted up like normal. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna shut it down. I believe this is going to do it for us. Get it safe to shut down. And it is. So I'm gonna kill it. Leave it off for a second. Turn it back on. Please don't let anybody say anything about how much dust is on my monitor there. But let's just make sure that we boot back up good here. Yeah, everything's looking great. All right, we'll just make sure we got some control. Our surface is actually working correctly. So in the little tech document, it talks about moving the pins of the reset lead over. I didn't have to do that. Mine was already done. So yeah, let me turn Grandmasters up and turn on some stage lights. And yes, I have lights. Great, perfect. Okay, so that's how you do it. Philips Neo, and it's not booting up. Just FYI, I did go in and check, and the old battery was at 0.6 volts, where it's supposed to be at 3 volts. So that should be fixed. If you have a Philips Neo console and you're having trouble with it booting, I'd suggest check the battery.